Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we are heading to work. I've been up this morning since about 5:30 because I just couldn't sleep. Kept waking up. Dreams, man. Yeah, really strange dreams. So unfortunately I've been up for quite a long time. So I got up, got dressed, made my breakfast and stuff, watched the last episode of BoJack Horseman on Netflix, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good series, to be fair. Although I'm not normally into that kind of like comedy and stuff. That style of comedy, at least. But it's kind of good. And now I'm heading to work. I've realised just how much I need a new hoodie, because this hoodie is absolutely battered. It's probably a good 2 years old, almost. 1.5 years old, so potentially it's time for a refresh, but no one's making hoodies that are nice. Bastards. But regardless, what's going on today? Second to last day. It feels like a very long week already, even though it's only Wednesday. It's because there's only 2 of us. It feels a bit slower than normal. But there is all of this shizzle whizzle, talking words that don't mean anything. We're going to be doing some PHP unit testing, maybe some MVC, same old shit, different day. God damn. It's not very interesting, is it, watching videos about meat placements and stuff. It's not as interesting as uni. Oh well. I can't film when I'm there, can I? That's ridiculous. But yeah, we're going to be doing some PHP and some unit testing and shit, work stuff. And then otherwise, I'm going to be spending today preparing for tomorrow, because tomorrow, after work, I'm coming home, going inside, picking up a bag, and rolling out to the train station, because I'm hopping on a train at 7:30 to go up to Lovelace, which I'm really excited for. I'm really looking forward to. It just means I've got to do like a load of stuff today to prep work out of the way. Obviously, because I said yesterday, the video I was going to make on the main channel isn't going to come out anymore, because I've and I had toothpaste all around my mouth for the entire video, and it's bad enough having a daily vlog like that than it is a main channel video like that. But what I'm going to be doing on the bus here is I'm going to convert that into a blog post. I know not so many of you read blog posts compared to main channel videos, but yeah, like I said when I filmed it, I didn't really like what am I trying to say? I didn't really like filming that video. I'm kind of sick of making university themed videos. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be planning today, I'm going to be converting my script into a blog post, and then I'm going to be planning more YouTube videos. There's 2 that I want to make. They're in probably close succession to each other. There's one that I'm dubbing photos, which is going to be interesting. I'm writing the kind of script blog post. It basically is this fucking script, but it's a blog post that will go beside it. And then there is my review of Ghost Road by John Kenner, which will be coming out when I get around to filming it. I'm probably going to do photos first, and then I'm probably going to do 50 things tag, unless you guys have other ideas. A lot of you requested that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be planning things for the... Oh no, and then I've got that one from Birmingham. That video will be coming out at some point. I'm busy bunny, basically. And yeah, so I'm going to turn that video into a blog post, so you guys still get the advice, you just don't get it in a video form. And I feel slightly less bad about making university videos, about not making university videos. The case may stand. Right, let's get on the bus and start writing scripts and stuff, shall we? Especially if we're going to be making videos that aren't university videos. They take a lot more planning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we're going a different way home, because I timed it. I was watching the bus on my phone, and I'm like, right, there you go. It's going to come in 4 minutes. I'm leaving now. I've done my hour. I was literally sitting there beyond my hour to stay inside and wait for it. And then I'm tracking it on the thing, go outside, and then a bus goes past at the time I expected, with a not in service tag on it. Fuck you. And since the next one is 13 minutes away, it is actually relatively time effective for me to walk to the faster bus and get that home instead. So I'm going to walk over here to the 75, which is about a 15-minute walk away for what is a faster bus. So we're going to do that instead. We're going to go scenic route. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Work today has been jolly good fun, it has. What have we done? I spent the beginning of the day doing my MVC. By the beginning of the day, I mean like 2 hours or so. And I've got the bar charts and all the all the stuff I know like the back of my hand, basically. I've got all that shit onto the front end now through the MVC, so it's now not just being calculated in one page, it's being calculated elsewhere, then being passed forward, and it's all nice and pretty. And I like MVCs, they are good, I do like it. Apparently it is possible to run IIS on a Raspberry, because I asked Josh the other day, but yeah, we'll have to have a look, won't we? We'll have to have a looky see. If you can, then I'm going to set that bad boy up. Forget Apache, Jesus. So yeah. Otherwise, after that, we were jumping into some PHP unit testing. I was back on track today. Yesterday was a bit of an off day. Today I was storming it. We then had like a sprint review from the architects. We sat in on their architectural sprint review, which was really interesting. And it really, really was. It was like they're working on what happens. We've got a system at the moment, and it's been upgraded to another system, and they're working on that upgrade basically. Like they're sorting out all of the architecture, hence the architects, of the new system, and they're implementing new cool things to make it work with what we're doing at the moment. So at one point it'll literally just go bang, there you go, switching over, and that's awesome. And it's really interesting to sit with them, and we were like, let's go, because there's an open invite, you can go to any of the reviews, but we're like, we'll go to this one again. So we went along, and then we was like, it'll be about 15 minutes, it was an hour long, so that was fun. It actually was fun. Got a good break from what we were doing. So we then went along to, look at them clouds, ooh, very feisty. Yeah, we then went along to lunch, had a couple more unit tests and stuff, and we'll get through to the end. I flexed my unit test muscles as I proved Lewis wrong on something, which means that he has now got to rewrite a lot of his code, because he was saying something like, this needs to be the unit test, you can't just mock that out, you've got to do this other thing to it, you've got to use that and know it works. That means if that doesn't work, then this test will fail as well, so you know that this is dependent on that. And I'm like, no, but that's bullshit, Lewis. The whole idea of a fucking unit test is that they test each and every single method. So if you test okay, unit testing literally means testing a unit. A unit is whatever you define it to be, I guess, but in our case it's a method, a function. What you do is you put a unit test around a function, so you say, before it's been implemented, usually, this is what we're aiming to do, you're saying, I know that I want this out of you. Let's say you have a function that adds 1 and 2 together, or some shit like that. And then what you do is you call into it through the test function, you set up a load of stuff, and then there'll be that. You've then got to go, right, so to do this, it's going to need this method from another thing. Maybe it's got to get number 2 from a certain function, in which case you know you're going to have to call it. But instead of you calling it actually, what you do is you call a faked version of that object. And what happens is, it will attempt to call the actual object, and then your mock, in our case, mock or a shim, will go, there's different terminology, will go, there's a method called, say, get number 2. Oh, I'll have that. And then what it does, it grabs it and goes, right, you're not actually going to call, I'm going to do what I say. So what you do is you program the shim to say return 2. So it returns a 2 in, and then it does it. And then what that means is your test and your function is completely independent of everything else. Like that function there, instead of just getting 2, what it could do is it could go and attack a database. It could go and do this, it could go and do that, it could read a file. You then don't have to have a file on your data, on your system that does this, this or this, etc. The idea is that you assume it works and then move on, and then later on you'll do a unit test to prove that it works. And then in which case, if someone comes along and changes that get 2 function and it no longer gets a 2. Okay, so the idea is then that you're able to release release your code out into the world, and it's encapsulated by these unit tests that say that the logic in this works. Someone could even use your unit test to program it in the first place, which is a good idea, which is how most people do it. But let's say someone comes along and changes that other method. The way that Lewis was saying was if you actually used that method, that would then fail. And because that failed, your test would fail, which means if you had, say, there are a lot of unit tests in a lot of these systems, if you had 1,000 tests that all called get2, then you've got 1,000 bugs in your code. Every single fucking test is failing, and you need to be able to find where that is. And then you could end up changing code that's perfectly fine, that doesn't, that there isn't a problem with that code, but you could change it, and then that could change something else, and then its tail spins out of control. But by mocking it, what you've done is you've gone, assuming this works, does my function work? And then when you end up testing, the only tests that fail are the tests that are to do with that method, at which point you'll be able to go, oh, I've changed that, it's now returning a 3, lol. No wonder it doesn't work. Makes sense? It took me a while to get used to it. It's very windy as well, sorry. It took me a while to get used to this unit testing thing, specifically when you don't have the test in the first place. Because how do you test code that doesn't exist? And like, to a certain extent, you're not testing the code, you're just testing the control patterns of the code. And it's really weird to get your head around, like, I don't need to know this works, I just need to make sure it returns what I think it should return, and stuff like that. There's a load of points there where your logic could fall, and then maybe the tests are wrong. But yeah, it took a while to get, but I am the resident Team Jam fucking unit test pro, if I do say so myself, and I do say so myself, because I am. But yeah, so I was doing that was good fun. And I enjoyed it, because Lewis 2 has a way of, like, I bet I do it as well when I think I'm right, so I'm not saying I'm immune to this, but he has a way of being like, no, I think I'm right, so this is the way it is, and he'll talk like in a certain way that just pisses me off. He's like, no, he's just adamant, he won't listen to you, he's adamant that you're wrong. I'm adamant he's wrong, but he actually was wrong. But it's a team effort, so there are no winners and losers, only the greater good, and we passed for the greater good. And now he's got more work to do, which is good, because now he hasn't just put a load of dodgy tests in the system, because otherwise there'd have been like 20 broken tests. I think he's done about 20 in total. I've done a bit more, yeah. So I got that confirmed with someone else, because I know unit testing from C#. We're now doing it in PHP, so I was like, oh, maybe it's a bit different, so I'm not going to be like, no, it definitely is this. I'm like, that doesn't really make sense, that's bullshit. The only reason you would do that is if it was the way he was saying it, was if it was physically impossible to mock this because you're already using it, but you can overwrite it. PHP is not very good. PHP is a shit programming language, I'm not going to lie to you. It's been butchered over the years, PHP has. It's not designed to do what people try and make it do these days. And I'm just noticing this. C# is a lot better. I much prefer the .NET framework. But yeah, that was work today. I'm now just heading for a bus. I've also decided that I need a Scrum board in my life. Scrum boards are so useful. Like the board we use to organise all the tasks and stuff we have to do. I would use that on a day-to-day basis at home. That is the embodiment of a to-do list app that I want. Ooh, there's an idea. But yeah, there is something to be said about a physical board though, instead of an app. But I might make an app. Well, there might be apps that exist. Probably is. But yeah, I want a physical board where I can move tasks around. And I think that'd be really good, especially with the things that I like balance and stuff. I'll be able to have a thread. It'd have to be a big board, I guess. But there'd be a thread for Project Stockholm. There'll be a thread for main channel videos. There'll be a thread for doing the daily vlog every day. And then it would just change, to like start again every single day. And I think that's a brilliant idea. And I really want to do it. All right. So, yeah, hopefully, the 75 is coming pretty soon. Although there is a 76. That's the bus I would be getting if I were getting that. I've now got 15 minutes to get a bus and still beat that back home. And that's the bus I would have got on. And that's the bus I've just got off. I call that a win. Right, so what's the plan tonight? I'm going to do a bit of research into Scrum boards. It's basically just a big cork board. I've got to figure out how much space I have for one. I need one in my life though, they are so useful. I digital version just doesn't match how good a thingy one would be. Although it is a good idea for an app. That's all I'm thinking. That's all I'm thinking. I could bolt it onto my website as a web service. That'd be pretty useful. But anyway, I'm going to look into that and have my dinner, and then I'm going to pack and get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a long day. A very, very long day. So that's the plan there. I've got some packing to do. YouTube videos, obviously, get them scheduled, get them ready to rock and roll. Facebook page, I think, announcing the fact that there's been more than 2 uploads. So just linking people to it. Anything else? I don't know, because I lose track of it. Oh, blog post. Blog post and plan photos, which I'm hoping to start filming tomorrow. Daily vlog should be catching up with me soon, though. Don't know which one's supposed to go live tonight. Who knows? Could put one there or there. So I've got space for one. So I've done a little bit of working around. I figured out what I need to figure out, and so far, until I get a nice if I ever get a nice corkboard, which should be nice and easy because then you can like pin things around and move stuff, I've unscaped something that I didn't think would work, and I'm going to leave it there to test if it'll work, because it might not, and bammy wham, you can't even see. Look, now you can. There we go. Do you remember last year Lovely got me these whiteboard sheets that like stick to the wall with like static, like you can just, there's nothing holding them there. Magic. And they're whiteboard, you can write on them like a whiteboard. But what you can also do is either use blue tack, or if you're a bit careful, look, you just go like that. Oh, can see that? Shit's magic. Look, look. There you go. Just some old fucking shopping lists or whatever. Oh, oh, oh. Well, it's best if you like put it on somewhere and then go magic. And also, as an added bonus, instead of having just a shit main channel video with a shit background that's just beige, now when I fill this up with boards and like coloured card, which is what you're supposed to do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have like to do, live, no, to do, in progress, live, and done, and all the tasks going to do, and they're only like small pieces of card, so I can like fill it up, and I'm going to have stuff like daily tasks at work. This is the order that I prioritise things. So this will be like my daily tasks, daily vlogs, main channel, blogs. Wow, it's a lot to fit in there. I have to condense it down to stuff like maybe YouTube instead of the different channels. But I could have like to-do list, which to be honest with you, I probably won't have like general stuff on there. It's mainly projects and things. So I'll have all my daily vlog stuff and videos and stuff, and then I'll have my projects, stuff like projects.home, stuff like a digital version of this, which I've now decided I'm going to program, and stuff like that. It's going to be all down there in like lines. And then what you do is you save it in the to-do thingy, and then you'll take one out and you'll put it into the in progress. Okay, that's the thing that I'm working on. Then the live will be a lot thinner, a lot less important. And the thing that I'm actively working on right now, because I could start all of these projects and leave it hanging, I'll move it from in progress to live. That's the one that I'm literally sat over there doing, or 2 or 3 that I'm literally sat doing. So at night time, I'll move the daily vlog one over to the daily vlog section, into a daily vlog, like render daily vlog or whatever, or create daily vlog into the live section as I'm doing it. And then once I've done it, I'll be able to pick it up, move it over, bam, genius. And then the next morning, you can pick it up, put it back onto the other side. And then otherwise, the main thing that it's good for is stuff like, I want to do this for my dissertation and stuff. It's really good for like university work, because as you get tasks, you can put them on the board and then start to move them across, and you see the amount of work you're doing just move across the board, and then go off the end of the board and then come back and then start again if it's a recurring task and things like that. And I think it's a genius idea. I'm slowly turning my own home into an office, but it means that I get a good backdrop, which is an added bonus with it being there, but I also get like a physical, there's so many projects I'm running on, like my web development stuff. So many projects I'm doing and thinking of, and I put them on here, and then what I can do is like there's a work, there's 3 different colours. There's red for a user story, which is like a big thing, like a feature I guess. That's then split into tasks, which are yellow, and then there's blue for bugs. Whereas I only really need 2 different things. I can have like tasks and then like emergency stuff, like bugs or things to remember. I guess bugs would work. So yeah, but until I get a corkboard, assuming that stays there and doesn't suffocate me in my sleep, I'm on to a winner. I just need some card and stuff that can actually like stay on there and stick. And if it doesn't stick, I've got blue tack, and that'll stick. But yeah, I just need coloured card now, and that's job done. But I really should get onto some packing. This is actually really hard to pack. I ain't got any pyjamas. So I have everything I need, which is good. Well, it's hard to pack for tomorrow because I'm going to work tomorrow as well. So I've got this half packed. It's got like my laptop and stuff in, ready to rock and roll out. But what else do I need to put in there? I guess it's more I've got to take out of this than put in it. I'm gonna take out my lunchbox and stuff, which I don't need. It's kind of hard packing for tomorrow, knowing that like tomorrow morning I need actively all of my stuff, which is why tomorrow morning I'm going in later. I did an extra hour today of overtime, so I don't have to do I don't have to go in early tomorrow. I can turn up at 9 if I want to, which is nice. But otherwise, I think that's everything, which means I don't need to use Lovely's suitcase, which is good. It just depends. I've got to take my coat with me, which is going to be a bastard if it's hot. Okay, Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Tomorrow's forecast
Fucking would
for
be.
BS7, United Kingdom, is 19 degrees and partly cloudy.
Would be, wouldn't it? Would be. 17 degrees at 7 o'clock. God damn. I really wanted to do that. Yeah, weather forecast tomorrow is 17 degrees. Which is a bastard when carrying a load of stuff. Oh, it's a dodgy one. It's a dodgy one. You've got to take your coat. You can't not take a coat. That's stupid not taking a coat. Just in case, innit? It is bloody Leeds. You know what it's like. You don't, I don't know, have you, do you? It's cold. It's not the south, and henceforth it's cold. But yeah, otherwise, I'm going to get going, ladies and gentlemen, because it's nearly 10 o'clock. I've got to make my sandwiches and stuff. And then also I've got to put stuff on charge, so I ended up putting you on charge. Main channel camera on main channel camera. Can I pack you? Yeah. Lunchbox makes it fucking difficult. I think I can. May as well do. Well, I've got to charge it, so I've got to do it in the morning. But this is why I'm giving myself a little bit more time in the morning, and it means I can leave work early as well. Well, relatively early, same time as I did today. Well, earlier than I did today actually. So I can get back and make sure I have everything that I need for my lovely, lovely weekend away at Lovely's, which is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'm really, really excited because I miss her, even though I was saw her like 2 weeks ago, and it does not feel like 2 weeks ago. It feels like so much longer. But yeah, I'm going to get going, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. We shall see if I get suffocated in my sleep as this thing falls down on me. Should we put a note on it as well, just to test? Although it's a poor test because I'll actually be doing this with card. Let's test that. It's going to fall off and kill me. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're catching up on videos very slowly. I am very sorry about falling behind on YouTube videos and stuff. I don't like double uploading, and I know how annoying it is, and I know how spammy it is. But unfortunately, when you make videos every day and you miss a day, you've got to catch up somehow. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will catch you later. Okay, Google, when will Jamie Ped Vlogs finally catch up on videos? Huh? Almost.